How are we, friends? We always know there's a little bit of a delay, so I will say hello, hello, hello. Lots of times. It's Friday. Yay! Hi, guys. How are you? Very happy to be here on a Friday night. I'm Vicki Boutin, if you're new here, and I go live pretty much every Friday at about 8 p.m. Eastern Time to do mixed media, scrapbook, card making, and most of all, visit with my community live, which you know I love to do. So hello, friends. Hi, Kristen, Kari, Natalie is here. Hello, friends. Brenda, how are you? So happy to see you. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Lots of guys are here tonight. Love it. Love it. Like the earrings. Yeah, I've been saving these for a while, so happy to have remembered to put them on. Hi, Keisha and Wanda. How you guys doing? So, hello, Sharon. Hello, friends. Did you have a good week? Tina, Marie, Julie. I'm all plugged in. I'm ready to go. Organized. Love that I had posted today about things you'd like to see in a Friday Night Live, and I'm busily making the list because I'm going to be working on the schedule for these lives because I really want to kind of have a plan. It just makes it easier for me and then gives you guys something to look forward to. And somebody had said I'd really like to see the new paste, which is the new Azure blue glaze, and black foundations paper. And I'm like, a perfect, tonight's the night. And then today, while I've been working on my new space that I moved a lot of the things out of my house into a space I leased, and Denise and I, Riley's significant other, have been really working hard to get that organized. And this week has been where I've been really good about my time management, and I was over there. It's almost completely ready. Next week is inventory, and then updating vickyboutin.com, some grab boxes. I posted a bunch of stuff today on there. Access only is posted for Discover and Create. That I posted. I haven't sent a newsletter out because I literally did it. Drove home, put my face on, so I was ready for you guys tonight. So I did that. Gotta adjust the over the shoulder boulder holder. And then I put up some Discover and Create stuff. The Glaze, there's a sale on this one because we're going to talk about this. This is a really good deal when you think, because there are 6 texture paste colors that are similar to this product, but in smaller. And we use that on black as well, which will be beautiful. So I put that up there as well because it's been sold out for a long time and I can't find it very many places online. And I happen to have lots of it. So I put it up on my website as well. We're going to talk about that tonight. What other things for last week? Oh my goodness. So I'm excited. Going to walk off here just a second. What was the question? What can I use today if I don't have black foundations paper? You can use cardstock. It's just not going to have the same oomph and weight to hold the wet mediums. But you can stencil on it instead of pulling it like a texture paste. So when you see what I'm talking about, but keeping in mind, and we're going to talk about this tonight, why some mediums work really well on white and how they show up on black because of the type of pigments and their translucency. So you'll see tonight when we use this new texture paste, which is, ooh, so yummy, delicious. When it's just a stencil brush, it will show up just gold because the blue part is more like a dye or a colorant that doesn't have opacity. The opacity is in the medium when it goes on full body. But when you put it on just as a texture paste or with a stencil brush, right, you're not going to have that same effect as you would on white because sorry, with the lights trying to show you. See, you can see the gold. The gold is the like mica powder in here. And so all of these kind of shimmery mediums are going to be the same kind of idea. So it's going to be way more intense on the white. It's the same with when we use Simon's, oh my goodness, I just forgot. I'm not looking because I have to remember on my own. I have to work on my brain power these days. The lunar paste as opposed to, oh, what is the other one? I'm blushing because I can't believe that it was right in my head and then I lost it. So lunar paste and solar paste. Yes, thank you. So the solar paste, the color is the mica. That's what you're going to get. With the lunar paste, it is like an iridescent mica, like the glitter in it, right? So some will show up on black, some will show up on white, some will show up on white and black. It's just the whole thing that the shimmer is really where you get the pigment. It's the same with my watercolors, right? We're getting into, give me a minute, because these are lessons sometimes on Friday Night Live and I'm getting ahead of myself. So I'm going to dial it back and we'll start in a second. So keep the questions coming. Make sure you put question in the front so I don't miss it. And we're all here to help because this really is a community-based learning. All of my friends will share the information too. I have to have a drink because I'm going to cough. But let's start with, how you guys doing? Do you have any other questions, just general questions about things that are going on? For anyone who's joining in on the Discover and Create Extravaganza, Lollapalooza weekend, I've created 15 layouts for it. Just saying, 15. And there's lots of stuff left. 15 layouts. 7 double pages and 1 single that I could turn into a double, but I think I'll keep it a single. So when it says a 10 plus, we will do 10 in the class and then we'll save the others for the bonus. I figure. So yes, that's what I just said. I have created, and if you want to peek later, I can share a peek. So other things that are going to start happening moving forward is that when I have something that is worth giving away, I'm going to give away in these lives. So I'm going to do a live giveaway. And then when you comment in the regular comment section, I'm going to do a giveaway that I announce the following Friday night. So tonight, our giveaways, later on, I'm going to announce when I'm going to look. So my friend Lael does this. And I'm going to just search through the comments and I'm going to just do a quick zip through, and wherever my finger stops, you can't see it, but trust me, I'm not going to rip you off. I'm going to choose somebody and they are going to get one of these sets. For the giveaway in the comments section after the video, I am going to give away this, a pad of black foundations, and a Vicki Boutin palette knife. That's what I was trying to say. So later on, I'm going to, when we've got through most of the work, make sure you comment tonight, because I'm literally going to just do a quick scroll and stop on somebody. So I thought, my friend Lil does it, and I'm like, that is really smart. I'm going to start giving some stuff away too, because, it takes your friends sometimes to remind you to be smart. So she reminded me to be smart. So I thought that that would be good. So I did stock, did I stock black foundations in vickiboutin.com? If I didn't, I do have it. So I will update that if I didn't add it in there. So it keeps it interactive. It keeps you guys, and I hope you comment beyond just wanting to win stuff. Like, I really feel like this week was a good representation of how amazing this community is. This community, like I have a friend here, Irene, and I don't know if she's here tonight, and she's been struggling. And I thought, I need to let our community, who sees her post beautiful artwork, I've met her in person, she's an amazing lady, and always is posting on the Vicki Boutin community page on Facebook. And we hadn't heard from her for a while, so I called on the VBoo crew to send her lots of love, and you guys really represented, and it makes me freaking proud of what we've built here, because it goes beyond paper and sniffing glue and playing with paint and doing all the things that it is really important that we kind of remember that it's good to tell people you love them and you're thinking about them. So very excited for that. You need to order some black foundation soon. Yeah, it's something I'll keep stocked until they aren't making it for me anymore, right? Sniffing glue. Not really. Our glue is non-toxic, but you know what I'm talking about. So we have a group chat on Facebook, and we definitely were letting her know, and it made a difference. It made a difference. So if you're out there, Irene, we love you. And when you're ready, we'll be waiting for you. So when you're ready to come back. So yay! There's now, like, see, now the comments are crazy, and I'm not going to be able to keep up with it, right? So yes, I'm Vicki Boutin. I do this pretty much every Friday night unless I'm traveling I teach on scrapbooking cruises. A lot of you guys have been asking how you find that information. That is on cruiseandcrop.com. There is my cruises and a whole bunch of other ones, so maybe something else there tickles your fancy. I think the Panama Canal cruise for 2025 still has spots. I think Greece is sold out, but you can always reach out and get on the waiting list. And I've just been crazy because I'm still just one Vicki working on spreading that love. I have somebody who's going to be working with me. So I haven't put a new cruise up, but there's more coming. You can find me on Instagram on Vicki Boutin. On Instagram, on Facebook, we have a private group there called the Vicki Boutin Creative Community. My friend Natalie, who is an amazing part of my design team and helps me keep it all together, puts lots of links up here so you can find that. And then a lot of my stuff you can find at your favorite scrapbook stores, your online stores, and at vickiboutin.com. So I teach classes online, I do lots of things, but I like to give back to this community and do a live where I share lots of free content every Friday. So that's a little bit about me. I forget to do those things. So that's a little bit about me. Last week we made, because I'm very excited about this is my plan for this year, that we create on Fridays with intention. I'm going to make something every Friday. The other thing I'm going to start doing at the end of the month, for every month, I'm going to give away parts of what I create in the live. I'm talking a lot with my hands. Talking a lot with my hands tonight. But this is what we made last week using Tim's new distress color. And there's a photo on here. And this is my plan, that by the end of this year, every single page that I make, I'm going to put photos on it. So they're not just going to be class samples. I'm going to create with intention. Because how can I expect you guys to join in if I only leave it half finished? So that is one of my plans. So every live, I usually have, a sample backgrounds. So I'm going to give some bit of that away. So every month, at the end of the month, will be one of my giveaways, will be some of my original backgrounds or whatever I've created. And then how many pages did we do last year? Oh, I don't even know. It has to be between my classes, at least 100. Right? When you think, at least 100. So at least, I don't know, but half the time they don't have a photo on it. So every Friday I've decided I'm going to make my pages. I do it a little backwards. I don't always create with a photo in mind, but I will do some of those for you guys as well. Side note, remind me what I was talking about. Side note, if there's something you'd love to see in a Friday Night Live, put it in the comment section so that I'm taking all of your requests and your suggestions, writing them all down, and I'm going to fill up my calendar for my Friday Night Lives. And even if it isn't specifically in a topic, I'm going to try to cover. Like, one of the things was, can there be more photos on your layouts? Here's the thing. When I do my class layouts, they're double pages and they're all multi-photo layouts. When I do mixed media backgrounds, it tends to only be 1 4x6, 4x4s, some 3x4s. But if I put 4 photos on a layout, you don't really see the mixed media part. So that's really where, when we're talking about things that I craft, depending on what my focus is, it might be a little different, right? If my focus is creating and layering and doing a whole bunch of stuff, I don't necessarily put multiple photos, maybe 2 or 3. But what I would recommend is anything that I do, you can flip and do a double page layout. Like, just duplicate the technique, and then you can just put as many photos as you want by just using any sketches that you love, that your mixed media backgrounds become your pattern paper. So that's a tough one for me, but we'll try it. It's just, when I have a ton of photos on the layout, I'm going to end up covering all the art. So that's one of those things, just kind of keep in mind that I'll do all the things. I see what you're writing, and I'll try to do all the things, right? So now that was the side note. What I was saying is, every Friday I want to make the layout, and then I will add the photo, and then I'll post it on my socials. So when you want to see the finish, I'll be posting it on my Facebook and on my Instagram, so that you see a finished page with photos on it. Because I'm taking photos with intention this year. I'm printing photos. I'm going to fill my pages. I want to really work on putting photos in my 6x8 albums. We are going to look at creating on some Friday nights that aren't photo based, that are art journaling, or swatching, or it could be junk journals, and it could be a photo-based junk journal, or it could just be art-based. Because really, I'm getting a little older, and I don't take as many photos as I did when my kids were younger. So I know I'm not alone. There's probably a lot of you out there that might be in the same kind of boat. I want you to have options, that you start touching all of that stuff you collected, that maybe you just hang out and watch on a Friday night, but you aren't doing the art. And I really feel passionately that there is value in the creating. I feel like, of course, it's the end result, what you make. There's value in that, but there's value in the process, and I really feel like it's good for stress and anxiety, for depression. It's just a feel-good kind of thing, is just sitting down and allowing yourself that time to create. So I really want you to focus on you this year and do the things. If you take lots of photos, that I'm here for you. We can put them in stuff, but really this is a year of intention. It's a year of intention for me. I just want to do things with intention. So look at as my little TED talk. I don't know, whatever. But any questions before we get started? I'm going to flip the camera. I will share a few little peeks at the pages that I've created, because you think I'm super excited, because now I've already created 14 pages, 7 double page layouts using Discover and Create, my newest collection with American Crafts, and I'm really excited about it. And then we've had this glaze. Oh, I grabbed these stencils as well, the art layers, because maybe we'll use those tonight. So this set is really pretty. This is one of those things, like some of you collect 1 or 2 sets of all of these, because one I'll leave for my inks, and one I will leave for my paints. So if I don't clean it super well, it's okay, because it's still, I have one that is something that I use with just water soluble stuff that just washes off. But you will find lots of older products are going to be put up, that I am clearing out everything that I have been hoarding forever. It's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. So be watching for that. So I'm going to flip the camera, and I'm going to quickly look at your comments in case I've missed anything. All I want to say right off, if I forget to say it tonight, thanks for joining me. You just don't even know. You just don't even know that you guys showing up and doing the things with me means so much. So I'm going to flip the camera until I have a better setup. I Blair Witch you for a minute, right? I'm going to flip the camera, and it's going to be crazy. I keep looking up here thinking that's where the camera is, but it's over here. So sorry if it looks like I'm not talking directly to you. I just realized that I wasn't looking at the camera. It's like there's a ghost up in the corner or something, right? So just a second. Ew, just a second, stuck. There we go. So I have to shake you for a minute. Right. It's just Vicki in her basement making art with her friends. This is not the super duper studio setup. And I was trying to do it where I streamed on a streaming platform, but the quality was terrible because I don't think my Wi-Fi is good enough. So here we go. You get to see my mess for a minute. And I really try hard not to hang up on you guys. And then we'll straighten it out. And I think it's good. I just have to change my lights. You just got your Where To Next book completed. I love that. Yay for Vicki in her basement, right? The dungeon, the creative dungeon. Okay, so have I missed anything? Yeah, so Natalie was saying, I'm going to give you a heads up. When you get one of my boxes for my kits, your shipping label has your order number on it. It's in fine print. But if you're like, I need to access the group, I don't know how to do it, I started putting your invoices in the box. So your order number is on the invoice. Don't throw them away. And then you can also go on access only, and there's a link right there to the Facebook group. So if you're like, I don't know where it is, I don't want to type it all in, just go and cut and paste it. Follow the link to the access only. You will have to have your order number to get in the group. But if you're like, I don't know how to type all those numbers into the search bar, then just go in and cut and paste it, and it'll get you there. Okay. Did I miss anything? Say it again if I didn't see, right? Natalie, you see how to fix a Vicki Boutin mistake every time and recover the layout. Because I do it all the time. Drop an ink pad. Oh, perfect spot for a flower. But yeah, if there's, especially if you have something that you struggle with, let me know, because it's one of those things I can try to recreate issues you're having and show you solutions, okay? It's not a long number. Well, it is. It's the Facebook group number, right? So some people, you have to remember, not everybody here is super computer savvy. So I want my grandmas out there who are 75 and want to craft with us and are doing it for the first time to feel as confident as people who are on the computer every day. Not that lots of grandmas that are 75 are on the computer every day, but you know what I mean? I often forget that not all of us are at the same place, right? When it comes to crafting, technology, any of the things. So I just am very cognizant of it being all-inclusive crafting, right? Hi, Scrappy Guy, how are you? Yeah, Natalie will help you. That is what she helps me with all of my groups, is the technical stuff, getting people in, sends me messages. So if anybody has issues, I will be sending out. So some of you wanted the kits for Discover and Create are listed as sold out. I think I have about 8 left. So I have to go and search, because I know there was a post somewhere that people had said if there's a kit, I'm interested. Email me at vickyboutinKits@gmail.com, and I will send you, rather than posting them, I will send the people who respond first after I look at the ones that posted, because I will keep that in mind, the ones who posted. But I'm going into my shop tomorrow and getting stuff sorted. So let me know if you are interested in the kit, because once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not ordering anymore, but there is a bunch of product. So say for Friday Night Lives and stuff, you're like, well, I know we're going to use everything in the kit for the actual class, but I would like to stock up. I just posted a whole bunch of stuff on my website, okay? I'm heading that way. I'm on the computer every day too. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Portland? So, sorry, you guys are talking about, I love it, right? Rainy night in Boston, but it's a bit cold. Yay! I'm happy you're here. Very happy to see you. Is that circle stencil one of Vicki's? This one? Yes. So, let's talk about something. So, I have a set of stencils that I created. These are all my stencils. The exclusive Vicki Boutin that you can only get on my website. Is there interest in me designing some of these in 12 by 12? Because I'm starting some design work where I'm going to be making some stamps and stencils. And I think because my viewership, or the people who are here, generally are scrapbookers, or 12 by 12 scrapbookers, that some bigger stencils will be awesome, because we're going to be doing a lot of gel plate printing this year. So I'm thinking of turning some of these designs, I have to redraw them, into 12 by 12. So the stencils will be a little bit pricier, obviously, because we go from I think these are 6 by 7, 6 by 9. I think they're 6 by 9 to a bigger size. It'll be a little pricier, but I'm going to look at doing that. So ones that I think are great for large layering, because there's something, like, I feel with how I design, I need some specific artwork that really isn't present. So I want to make it so that you guys can have it as well. So I'm going to be looking at doing some of that, right? So I saw some things on here. Let me look before. Was there a question? I saw something. Oh, here, Brenda had a question, but not related to tonight. When do you think you will put the 10 plus layout classes you mentioned for March on sale? So all of the product, Brenda, has been ordered. So I can post them as pre-orders, but they won't ship for about a month, I would say. So I might get them up sooner rather than later, so you guys have a chance to decide if you want to get them. And you can order them in one box. Like, so say some of you are like, I love the 10 plus layouts, because we probably will do about 14 layouts in each of them, double pages. So one is masculine-ish themed, and it is going to have that new collection, Cedar Lane. I forget every time, but it's very fun, and I'm going to mix that with some 49 and Market, and it is definitely in like turquoise and browns and gray and black, and I've ordered that one. And then the other one is going to be I just forgot, what is the one from Simple Stories? What is it called? Natalie, help me. What's the new one? I'm considering doing word dyes, True Colors. Thank you, Brenda. And the other one is True Colors mixed with some other stuff as well. I'm going to do the True Colors one first, and then the masculine layout. I think it's listed. I put it up on my website under the blog section. I did post the calendar, so I have tentative dates for that. They're going to be awesome. I have to say that I'm very excited about the product. I ordered a lot. The kits are huge, and I think I'll be posting them. Give me a week or so and I'll get them up, okay? So yes, so I'm just trying to plan your money. I know. So it's right, it won't be for everybody, but it'll be helpful. I can't find that 12 by, the scribble dot stencil is only in a 6 by 6 now. Carrie, they must have discontinued it in the 12 by 12. But I had this one that I designed, right? What is this, a year and a half ago or so? So maybe I'll do a version of this in a 12 by 12, because a lot of people seem to love this, and I love very simple patterns with a little bit of fun. I might even do a version of this with the words in it in a circle pattern. Excuse me, I should have looked before I used it, because then I freak you guys out, right? Because you can't find it. But yes, I would like to do word dyes in my handwriting for sentiments. I would like that, because if you've watched me with my card making and doing mixed media backgrounds, I like large word sentiments, so I think that would be fun. So I think lots of questions, right? So I think that is a plan. Hello, Robin. How are you, my friend? Oh, and you emailed me. Sorry, Robin. I owe you an email. That is my crazy life, right? So for tonight, I wanted to show you something too, because I'll talk about this after. But the request was this lovely, it's called Glaze, but it is really like a texture paste. This one is, I have done a gold, I've done a silver and iridescent, there's a rose gold, there is a Prisma glaze, and with this collection, I've done this one that's Azure blue. And it is really like a cloud sky blue. Excuse me, a cloud sky blue. And then it has a gold metallic powder in it. So this came out with Discover and Create, and I haven't used it yet. So perfect for tonight. We're going to predominantly use it on black. So I wanted to show you what it looks like on white as well. And then for any of my friends that have the old school Prism, which if some of you might be saying, do I need it? I have this one. Isn't the same? Totally different color. Okay, totally different color. So just to show you, that is the old school Prism one that we did a couple years ago now. And then here's the new one with the Azure blue. So that was the old school one. It is a turquoise, and then the new one has more metallic in it, and it is a blue. Okay? So I love it. So this is the same paste. First thing I did was take my stencil brush. I'm going to go over what we're going to use tonight. You're going to want a stencil brush. I'm going to tell you something. That I have lots of blending brushes and different tools that I can use to add mediums. But let's talk about why I like the stencil brush. Sorry, friends. It's still hanging on a little bit. Hello, Robin. Are both my Robins here tonight? I love it. So when you have a blending brush, you have very small fibrous little bristles, and it's very dense. So when you're using a heavy body medium, I feel like it's pretty hard to clean this after, and it works better with these more coarse bristles. You can get in there to clean it. So you will find that when I am applying a heavier based medium, I like to use a stencil brush. So I did add those back in my shop as well. It's one of those things that really, if you own multiple, it's not a bad investment. I use them all the time. And I see Irene is here. Hello, Irene. Very happy that you're here tonight. I love you, lady. So with the medium, why I was talking about the stencil brush is the technique we're going to do tonight, because I like to show two different applications of this, is we will put the stencil down. We will put the medium on a damp stencil brush. So I have a water mister. I have the stencil brush. I have my medium. I have a palette knife. And we're going to keep it pretty basic with that tonight. The other thing, if you have a clean brayer handy, you know we like to not waste what's on the stencil, so we can do a little stencil stamping as well with the dirty stencil. So not a bad idea to have extra paper beside you. We'll make the card out of that. How about that? We'll make the card out of that. We'll do stencil stamping for the card. So I'm going to have an extra piece of black handy, okay? So that's what you need for tonight. It's very basic. And then I'm going to scrapbook. So I will need to have whatever I want to scrapbook with. With me tonight, it's going to be Discover and Create. I'm going to use some more Discover and Create. Are we using, I'm using 12 by 12. These are just demo. So I can have little pieces, cards that I could photograph for my, in the YouTube header, like the banner that I put on there. and so I could show you it with it dry. Now here are things that I like about this glaze that is important to me when they send me samples. That it's not super tacky. There is a little bit of tackiness to this, but I want it to dry pretty hard. And it does. And it will level out. So even though it looks kind of puffy and fluffy when it's wet, as the moisture leaves it, it is definitely goes more as a texture paste. And this is not thick. I didn't put a really, really thick layer on here, okay? So that's what we're going to do. And I can demo it. This is a stencil stamping. So this was what was left on the stencil. I put on the white, and then I stenciled gold glaze through it. So that was what I did when I cleaned the stencil, where we put lots of water on it, and then we sandwich it between either two pieces of paper, because then you get two patterns when you brayer through if there's lots of water, or you can put a paper towel on it. So I'm going to show you all of the things, okay? So my design for my layout tonight, when I go to Stencils, I'm only going to add pattern on the right side of my foundations paper, because the layout I want to do is going to be kind of like this. Can you see? So I'm going to do three 3x4s on here for my friends who want multi photos on here. This is a side that's going to have pattern, and then the whole black is going to be the base, and I'm going to layer pattern paper on it. So you can do whatever you like. If you want to do a double, you would just do 2 sheets with this, right? And it could meet in the middle, and you could also put multiple photos on there as well. But that's kind of what my plan is for tonight, okay? See, I had to cover up my notes so you don't think I'm a weirdo. I have to remind myself of what I want to talk about sometimes. Did I miss any questions? Are we good? So here's the other thing we're going to talk about too, foundations paper. If you have followed me for a long time, you know that this is my holy grail of paper for wet mediums and scrapbooking. I have had this paper out for a very long time in white. We did a lot of work to try to find a black variation, because black paper isn't like naturally occurring, right? Well, white really isn't either, but white is absence of color. Black has pigment in it. So one of the biggest things when we were coming up with a black foundations paper is I had to find a paper that when we added water, the black pigment or navy or whatever is mixed in there to make the black didn't leach out. So it took a lot of work to try to find a black foundations paper. So with this, it's a 215 pound, 350 G whatever, SM whatever those like lingos are. It's heavy, right? It is a heavyweight black cardstock. The other thing well, kind of like an art paper. I wouldn't really say cardstock. The other thing that is magic about it, I'm going to take 2 sheets out, is that it has a vellum finish on it. So your mediums will sit on top instead of automatically soaking in or right away into the paper like a cardstock that doesn't have that kind of vellum finish on top. So this is why I like it. If you can hear, listen, like it is a heavier card, right? Just take a peek too, friends. I loaded a ton of stuff on my website, and I tried to keep it, when you go down and you click on the shop button, that everything is kind of right in there. I tried to quickly before I came on, right, to do the computer stuff, to try, what's all the hands in the air? What are we waving the hands in the air like we just don't care? Why didn't you just let me know, Natalie? I would send you 10 pads of the black foundations paper. Just order a case, right? So this is what we're going to use tonight, because it was requested, and it's request night. I feel like Casey Kasem or something, right? Hey, Mr. DJ. So we are going to be using the black foundations paper, the new glaze. Like I said, this glaze works beautifully on white. We'll do that in another session. I'm trying to keep it, instead of doing 20 things in a live, that we really focus on one thing. I'm trying. So this is what we're going to do, okay? Long distance dedication, yeah. I love it, Carrie. A long distance dedication. This one goes out to whoever requested the black foundations paper and the Azure blue glaze. So to get ready, you want to have a surface that if your glaze goes off the side, you can clean up. So this is a mat. There is a mat on my desk that I always work on that I bought a long time ago and wish I would have bought two because it's huge. But I love this, right? We're all raising our hand for foundation paper hoarding. I'm telling you. I love the stuff. Like, I love the stuff. I should order a whole ton and do kind of like a sale where it's a multi-pack. If you order like 4 or whatever. The other thing is, though, it's freaking heavy for shipping. It's heavy, right? So I have my paper down. I have something I'm going to blend my glaze on. So you can use like a little sheet of plastic, or I have a second craft mat because I just like to keep my background kind of clean. And the first application is going to be with a stencil brush. So that it is, the magic with using the stencil brush is you can get the effect with the texture paste that dries almost instantly. So I love that. Now this texture paste is not going to dry really quick. So it makes it a little hard for doing a live demo and using it. But I will cheat and we'll do something else while we're waiting. And then once it sets up a little bit and kind of gets that skin layer on top, I will heat it a little bit to just start to harden it. But it is acrylic based, so you can't really heat those mediums because they'll bubble like a tar pit, or like asphalt in the summertime when we were kids popping the little bubbles with our toes, right? So let's do the things. So now I have to decide what stencil do I want to use for the side. So should we use, we could layer, but then if I layer, I have to use a second color. Or do we want to do one layer? Oh, that could be fun. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use this set. So I grabbed a whole bunch of the Vicki Boutin exclusives, but I think I'm going to use tonight this one, which was the art layer set from Discover and Create. So I'm going to do my first layer using this one that kind of looks like paint strokes. You're going to have a glass of wine. I love it, Trina. Tonight, I just have water. I'll be the responsible one tonight. I'm the DD. I will be the designated designer tonight. So oh, this is going to be fun. I'm going to go down the side with my stencil brush and create this pattern all the way down. And then I think it will be fun to use this one that's kind of art marking and put my texture paste through that. So let's do the thing. I did a lot of work to Natalie. You will be so Natalie you've been, right? Yes, she's been to the shop. There were boxes everywhere, just loaded. We have unpacked almost all of it. I have cleaned out the whole room I'm going to be using for a secondary filming studio. And Rich and I are going to, that's what I said, I'm going to pack orders tonight. So if you place any kind of order, a bunch are going to ship out to the US tomorrow. Make sure you get in touch with me if you want one of the very few Discover and Create kits I have left. Because I'm going to respond to your emails tonight so I can get those orders packed tomorrow so that we can do one delivery, right? So let's do the things. So remember, when we go to use, which I'll demo it on the white as well. So when we take this paste, it is a nice consistency. It is not too thick. It's not too thin. It is like, I don't know, whipped cream. Maybe the consistency of Cool Whip, right? Doesn't have a funky odor. It's not really stinky. You could use this full on just like a texture paste. You could add water and use it as a watercolor. But you are going to have that it is a medium that's blue, that has like a pigment of blue in it. And then the shiny part is like a mica powder. So when we go to use this on white, you will see blue with a shimmer. When we use it on black, you are going to see blue with way more shimmer, because now the black will take the translucency away. Does that make any kind of sense? So let's demo. I'm going to put some down on my craft mat. A very thin application. I'm going to have some wet wipes so I can clean my palette knife off. I like when I'm going to use this through a stencil. I'm going to get the flower stencil. Just a sec. Beep, beep. This is really pretty. This one is the other stencil from the other stencil pack in Discover and Create. So when I want to use my stencil brush, this is a little bit thick. When I put it in the stencil, it's a little bit thick. So I don't put water on the glaze. I've mist my stencil brush with about 2 blasts of water. Okay. So now it just gets, the water is on the brush. I can, in a circular motion, and tap it in to the bristles. I don't want a thick layer. You don't want a thick layer. See, there's hardly anything on here. And then when you go to apply it, you will get this really pretty blue that you could use right away. It's going to dry almost instantly, right, while you're working on it. So I will have this pretty blue application that when I turn has this little bit of gold to it. Well, I like to use it that way. And then the other thing is, you can pull it through your stencil like a texture paste. So then I can load up my palette knife, not on the top, on the bottom. Less is more, you can always add, but it's hard to take away. And in one direction, pull it through my stencil. So on white, I'm going to have this gold, layery, beautiful blue texture paste that will take a little bit to dry, right? Very pretty color here on the white. So I'm moving that away. Doo-doo. And then you can take your stencil. I like to clean them. So that, remember, this is, I would stencil stamp normally, but we'll do that with a black. And I'm just going to wipe it right onto a paper towel. So while I'm cleaning it, it is going on to another surface. Lickety split, barber trick. Okay, set that aside. Now what we're working on tonight is using it on the black. So when I go to put this on the black, I also want to show you, while we're demoing, before we get into the full-on. Do I have samples of this? Just a second, friends. Remember, I cleaned up my space. Now I just have to see where I put everything. Oh, yeah, here. Burp, burp. So the other thing that I was talking about tonight that I put up on my site is this set. So these are texture pastes as well, right? So this one is the one that I put for sale on my site. I don't know if I'm going to use it tonight, but I want to talk about it, and I think maybe we'll do this next week or in a couple weeks. We'll decide. But look, this is another version, right, of texture paste. So these ones are called the metallic texture paste set, right? Because we've done them in matte. I was going to pull it out, and then I'm like, remember, Vicki promised I'm not going to do 20 million things every Friday Night Live. Jill has a question. How did you do the left side with the blue and gold? I'll show you. That's stencil kissing. And I'll show you when we go to clean the stencil tonight. And that's what I'll use for my card background, okay? So I'm taking my sweater off and we're getting down and dirty now. Okay, so let's make the background. Have a second sheet ready so when your stencil is done, we can do the stencil stamping. Did you see how I reined it in? I'm quite proud of myself that I just did that, because I'm like, okay, Vicki, it just gets so confusing when I start layering and adding 12 million different things. So let's keep it. There's lots of Friday nights. So now I'm going to use the exact same glaze. I've wet my stencil brush. Now watch what will happen on black, because remember the blue is going to be more of a transparent pigment. What's going to show up on the black is a reflective pigment, which is the gold mica. Question, will it hurt our die cuts if we die cut over your paper with the texture paste dried on it? I use it all the time. It's never been a problem. Question, the stencil you're using tonight are not the ones in the kit. No, it was the other one. It was the other one. The one that isn't included in the kit. So now do you see how this looks like? You're like, is that the blue? It's the blue, because all that's going to show up here is going to be more of the metallic portion of the pigment. So to get it to go farther, blast with water, pick up your pigment, and it will move more for you, okay? So we're going to do 2 layers here. The bottom layer is, oh, I love this. This is like burnishy gold. Look at that. So I can see little edges of blue, but predominantly seeing the metallic. Question, why do you, I can't see it. Why do you tap the brush after loading this? To make sure I don't have a big gob of texture paste on there. I really want less is more for this. So this is not necessarily a repeating stencil, but for the space, I'm just going to do this, okay? I'm going to have a whole row of these like cobbly stone, and then I'll go in with a second stencil and put the texture on it, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Put down a little bit more pigment. Oops, that just fell off. A little bit of water. Pick up. So why do I do this, right? I load it, but I just like to make sure it's kind of in the bristles. When it dries, will the blue show more? Probably not. It is definitely going to be way more of the gold pigment. You just can't see the blue. We could see it on the white, right? But on the black, it is not, the transparency is affected, right? You're only really going to see that goldy green pigment. But that's using the stencil brush, which most people wouldn't even do this technique, right? Most people would use it as a texture paste. So look how pretty that is, okay? Now, we could do other things with this that are watercolory too, right? Because this is, like I told you, it is a water-soluble medium. So when I put this down, it's just thicker. It's like an acrylic paint, but even thicker. So could we go in here and do a wet technique with this? Sure could, right? So let's kind of make a little wet palette. And I'll do my stencil stamping with this on, I think I'm going to do it, we can do it on the black, but it's not, the blue isn't going to show up, right? It's certainly going to show up more on the white. So I'm going to put some water on here. Okay. I'm going to try it on the black. Oh, here, I have an idea. We'll do both sides. I just put the pigment on both sides of my stencil. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to sandwich it between white and black. So I have that extra sheet of foundations. I am going to kiss this to my background. I'm going to put a little bit more pigment on here, or water on here. And let's grab some white foundations paper. And I am going to brayer the two. Now keep in mind, you cannot let that sit and walk away from it because it can tear the paper. Because the medium has a little bit more thickness to it. So if I left it on there, it could act almost like a glue. So I'm just brayering the moisture and the pattern out, okay? So the white one I'm going to leave just as it is. The black one, I'm going to leave that stencil on for a second. Ooh, look it. So I'm going to have that wet. I'm not wasting product. If that had been a dirty stencil, I'm going to, ooh, my goodness, that's so pretty. I'm going to pick that up, some of that pigment, or the moisture. Actually, I'm kind of digging it. I'm digging it. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let's take one of those colors out of the other set. Take one of the colors out of the other set. Then I have to find where I just put it. Did you guys see where I just put that other set? Losing my mind. The one I said I'm gonna give away. It's gotta be here, right? Okay, I can't find it. So let's just pull some, oh, we'll just do the same color. I'm gonna put the same color through it. Okay. I just want a little bit of texture with that. Okay, now let's lift it and see what we get. Oh, I love it. So, that was our stencil stamping. Do you see how it has kind of where I pulled it up? It has where it suctioned it up. Can I do and see? Because we can play with things, right? We're okay with that. So I just want to see if I soften some of that with water. I am going to give it a blast with a heat gun. So Jill, that one that you asked, how did I get that result? Was from, while I stencil stamped with it, with the dirty stencil, I'm just taking some of the moisture out. I'm not going to bake this because I can't when I'm using texture paste, right? But do you see how the blue turns almost like watercolor? That's why you're only going to get blue showing up on the black when you put it in a heavier body, thicker. And now I'm going to let this kind of marinate by itself, okay? But this is what I can do. The base of my card will be from this. Okay, I'm just taking some of those pools of water. Leave it alone, Vicki, step away. So I'm just gonna step away from that. Step away. Almost dropped it on the floor though. Okay. Any questions? Because now we just did a couple of things. So I'm sure some of you are like, so what just happened there? I did what I call stencil stamping. When you have a dirty stencil, like say, I'm going to show you something too. Don't leave your medium on the sides of your container. I like it to go back inside so it doesn't dry out. The other thing is always clean the lip of this so your lid doesn't get glued on when you're done playing. So things that you want to keep in mind is I like to clean my stencil because if you don't have multiple sets of these, you want to get the heavier body texture paste off. So if you wanted to use this later with distress ink or a different medium or on your gel plate, you still have the integrity of the pattern. So I'm just of the school of cleaning my tools. I know lots of mixed media artists don't You do whatever works for you. There's no right and wrong in that. Now the other thing is, how do you clean the stencil brush now that I just put a heavier body medium on it? This is how I always clean my stencil brush. I do not let these soak in water. I just clean it like that. You do not have to wash these brushes. I find you'll have bristle loss. So I just go in there, do this. If you get this really, really wet, take a dry paper towel so you can keep the shape and integrity of this pattern or of your bristles. Is once you make sure all the medium is cleaned out of it, you can take a dry paper towel and I will roll it really tight like that and leave it to dry. Okay, question. Natalie, is the black foundation paper already sold out tonight? I might have forgot to load it, okay? So when I'm done tonight, I will go and put more in there. But I have a huge order that's on its way, so it will be back if it's not there now. And I have to go check because some of it is here in the garage as well. So let me see, because I might have lots. I just have to look. And if I do, I will just post it later, right? I'll just fill it later. But like I said, I was going through and trying to get a ton of stuff posted with images and stuff. So it takes a little while. So I might have missed uploading the black foundations paper. If I did, I will fix it later. Okay. So, right, we have this now that we use just as a texture paste, which for the most part is gold, isn't it? When we use with the stencil brush, right? It is gold. There's a hint of blue on there, but you're not going to get blue when you use it in that thin application. But now we can go in with this other stencil, which is just different art marks, and we can just add, won't that be fun to add a couple different art marks on here? In a perfect world, if you wanted to put them in maybe different colors, because that could be really fun, you'd have to let them dry, because we're going to use this as a texture paste, and if you don't, you are going to end up getting putting your stencil in wet texture paste. Because I'm looking going, that would be really fun to put a couple of patterns down in the Azure blue, and it would be fun to come in with a second color. That could be really fun, but I'd have to do it after. It'd have to dry. I would do this and then set this aside for a couple hours and come back and put the second color, because you can't really speed the process. So Joyce has a question. She said, should you give a squirt of water to the glaze container before closing it? I wouldn't, because the binder in it might not be water. So you're just diluting your product. So you can do the things like put the press and seal in it if you want to, because these are plastic containers, so it's not like it's airtight, right? But I opened this one, which has been how many years old, and it is still fine. You just make sure you clean this and you put your lid on tight. And it's not a collector's item. When you buy wet mediums, they're meant to be used. So don't be scared. Get in there and start doing some stuff with it, right? I wouldn't add any water to it though. I would just, you could put press and seal over it and close it. But look at this one, has been on my shelf for a couple of years and it's still fine. Still fine. Just make sure you don't leave the lid off of it. All right. So I think I'm going to go in with the dots, the polka dots. So this stencil has multiple patterns on it. So I think it'll be helpful if I can find it. I have to open another one. Is I'm going to mask my stencil. So I didn't put this, but from scrapbook.com they have this mint tape, which is a great tool for masking. I have one open somewhere. I just don't know where I put it, so I'll open a second one. I did not put that in my share a sale links, but if you follow any of my links and you just add this to your cart, any of my links will work. It costs you nothing, but it certainly helps with the content that I share, right? Is giving free classes. Your share a sale links is the easiest way to give back to any artists online that are doing these things. So I'm going to mask off what I'm using. So I'm going to tear a piece or cut it. It's tacky, right? So it's reusable, and you can mask your stencil so it doesn't go where you don't want it to go. Yeah, you can't hoard this stuff. It will. Do you remember back in the day, one of the things that I really promoted and loved were those beeswax pastes? And when I had my flood a ways back, I had to throw all of them in the garbage. They were all done. So those mediums, some dry out a lot faster than others, right? So I am going to set myself up for success by masking my stencil. I'm going to mask the side and on the bottom so I don't have to be scared of where it's going. So I will put one down at the side and one at the bottom. So now I have isolated where I want to stencil, and I'm going to use the texture paste. Put that one there. Okay. Oop, Vicki, you crazy lady. I should place it first, right? So I want to put some dots just kind of filtering down the side. So I think I will start here with my first. And this is going to be full-on palette knife. So what is kind of cool is it's a 2-in-1 texture paste, right? By using it with my stencil brush, I got this beautiful gold. By going in now with my palette knife, I'm going to have the blue. So it's 2-in-1. Love it. Okay, Jill has a question. What is that masking tape called, and where do we purchase? Scrapbook.com. So just follow any of my links, and then you can, maybe Natalie can quickly do a link for me. It's called Mint Tape. It's called Mint Tape, and it's scrapbook.com. Right? So if you follow any of my links and then just search it, it will still work as a share sale link. I wasn't going to use it, but Natalie will do it. Natalie will do it for me, okay? So just work along with me, and she'll find the link, and she can post it in the comment section. Okay, thanks, Nat. So I'm going to take this now as a texture paste. So I only really want to load it on the bottom of my palette knife. If you put it on the top, you can't get it off because that little arm is there, okay? And in one direction, I'm going to pull to add those little polka dots. Ready for the reveal? Ooh, pretty. So now we're going to add some little polka dotty art marks. Now, when I go to do them here, I want to make sure, just make sure you don't lay it in what you just laid down, okay? So I'm going to lift the top of my stencil and put a few more here. I'm okay if I don't fully fill those circles because I like that kind of broken look. Put some there. And then maybe we will do some right here. The other thing sometimes to watch is this medium still could bleed through the back of the stencil. So depending on what pattern you're using of a stencil, you may want to clean it every single time so you're not getting a mess. It can happen. A mess can happen. There we go. So now I just did a 2-tone pattern. It looks like a totally different glaze, doesn't it? Right? Looks like a totally different glaze. And this is what I was talking about, which could be really fun, is you could go in now, once this dries, with a second color and use one of the other patterns, like maybe the lines with a little bit of pink. But really could be fun. So let's take this now and do some stencil stamping on white with this pattern. And then because we're not going to waste, if we wipe it all off on a paper towel, you just throw it in the garbage. So why not use it for something, right? So I'm going to set that aside. It's going to be drying for a second. And that's going to be the base of our layout tonight. Any questions? So this is where we did some stencil stamping before. I'm going to take my little maskers off. And we are going to put a lot of water on this because this is a lot thicker application of this glaze. So before I put it down, I'm going to figure out what I want to put through as my second color. Because I'm going to stencil stamp, and then I'm going to use another color through it with my stencil brush. Okay, so we are going to wet this a lot. I'm going to mist a lot of water on here because it's a very heavy body paste right now, right? So I want this to be moving around. And I am going to take that and I'm going to put it down. And I'm going to grab another paper towel. The reason I like the paper towel is it's going to soak up any of that moisture I was just messing around with. Vicki's got to find where her gold glaze is, though. Where is the gold? I just had it today. Right? Press that in. Find your gold glaze, crazy lady. There it is. So I'll go in with gold. So you can go in with any color that you have, right? Because it's going to be blue. This one's going to show up as blue, right? I'm cleaning up for a second here. And now we're done with this. Put your lid on. Get the medium to go into the bottom so it's not all up on the sides drying out. I'll take a little bit of gold glaze and I'm going to go through it with my palette knife. So the gold is pure pigment. When you use a gold glaze, it's pure pigment. And by the way, I have a lot of these, right? I will get it up on my website. It's just going to take me a little while. Now remember, we can't mess around for too long because this will glue to that background. Because it's very thick and it will almost work like a paint. So if you leave it on there too long, oh, I love that. It will stick. But we'll just go with that. So see, it almost has like little furry bits. So let's see what happens if we add some water. Will that soften any of it? Sometimes does, right? It kind of makes the medium soak into the paper some more. So we will see if we like that. But that's what I did last time, Jill, is I added water on top. Could you do that on any other paper? No. It has to be a heavy body art paper. But do you see now how it's kind of softening the crispness of that pattern? But I love that. This could totally be a background for a card and we add some flowers or some die cuts on it, right? So I will leave this to dry now. Okay? And I'll clean my stencil and I'm going to try to speed up the drying of, because now, right, to make the layout, we have texture paste on it. Here, let's play with this for a little bit. Can you do this over gesso? You can, but gesso is going to be more of a vellum layer, right? So your medium is just going to sit differently, but you know what I always say, try it. See what happens. Do it over gesso. Look, I took some of the intensity away with the water. So I could always go back in later and stencil it again. But I took some of the intensity away. So I will dry this and I will go over it, my stencil again. I'll reposition it and add gold again. Because I liked how gold it looked. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. I put a little too much water. So what we will do is clean that stencil. And then let's add it again with the stencil brush. One side, two side. Always clean on a paper towel. Don't clean directly on your craft mat because you just reconstitute all that pigment and it's just a big mess. Nobody wants a big mess. Did I miss any other questions? Because I'm working now. So if I didn't see it, go ahead, ask again. I will answer it. Let's try it a little bit more. I might not be able to stencil on here until this glaze dries. And I don't want to bake it like a cookie and really warp the paper, so I might come back. But you get what I'm saying, right? Is that I'll go over the pattern again with the same stencil and just add a little bit more gold. Thank you. Natalie added the mint tape. Definitely a good tool to add to your creative toolbox. Ooh, I might have dried it enough that I can go over it. Let's try it. So the pattern, oh, it is, that's it. So I'm going to add a little bit of water. The other thing you have to watch is this is paper, it's not canvas. So you have to watch you don't overwork your paper and start pilling it. Has anybody had any issues with that? Where you overworked it and your paper started to ball up? Okay, I'm going to layer this on again. There is where the pattern was. And I just want to beef up the gold a little bit. I'm not even going to rub this on because I've added so much water on the paper. I don't want to pill it like I was just talking to you guys about. So we'll just do that. There. And now I have a little bit more of the gold intensity. Ooh, and it looks almost like brushed. Love it. Okay. Setting it aside on the floor because I've run out of space. And now let's clean our stuff again. And we're going to get ready for the layout making. So questions now. Perfect time. Any questions about that? Yes, the share sale links, what Natalie is saying is it's always a good thing to remind you guys. When you click on any of those links, it doesn't cost you 1 penny. You aren't charged more or anything. It's just a way that the affiliate links, the companies that we set up affiliate links with just give us a little percentage back of your sale. So it's a great way to drive traffic to their sites. You are in no way obligated. You could reach out now to your favorite brick and mortar store, online store that you know carries all of these products and put your order in. That totally works too. But if you were going to shop at scrapbook.com or Cherry on Top anyway, if you click on those links, it certainly, that little bit goes a long way. So that's just how they work. Because I know when I first started, I'm like, I don't even, what the heck is that? I don't even understand what that is. And now I do. You're going to need more paper towels. I know it's messy, especially when we're using heavier mediums. The other thing, see how I'm wiping with a baby wipe? Always start off dry and get the majority of the medium up with your paper towel. So you aren't adding water to all of that heavily pigmented paste and making a big, huge mess. But clean your stuff so your palette knife doesn't get all gunked up, right? So we have to wait for that medium to dry for a second. So this is perfect timing. Yeah, you can do that, right? Yeah, that mint tape is like magic. Lots of uses for it. You can cut masks out of it when you're stenciling and stamping. Love it. Okay. All right, I am looking at the computer. Are there any questions? Did I miss anything? Getting rid of all your messy. Make sure all your lids are back on your mediums. Clean up your space. Clean your stencil brush, which I did. You just want to clean it till no pigment's coming off of it. Right? A little bit of water in there. See, I had not done a very good job. There's still pigment coming off there, Vicki. See you later, Karen. There. Okay. Very good, very good. Wipe everything off. Throw this away. It's scrapping time now, right? Wipe off the cat. Yeah, mine is not allowed down here. He would be right up here, little devil cat. He'd be right in the middle of it, right in the fray. I found them. Remember I was trying to find that? They were underneath stuff on my garbage can. Okay, clean it up. Now we'll need my paper trimmer. Do not need any stencils now. That's done. Paper trimmer, my adhesive, stencil brush away. I feel like it's off the big comfy couch already, right? The tidy song or whatever. I'm going to use my 6x8. I have my whole stack of Discover and Create so we can decide what we want to use. Putting all crap away. The messy stuff. Waiting for my medium to set up a little bit, and then we're going to go in there. Some of you guys were asking about scallop punches. This one is posted. There is a scallop one from Dress My Craft is posted as well. This one, just so you know, completely discontinued. When they're gone, I can't get it anymore. It's an EK Success one, and it is a tiny mini scallop. And once it's gone, it's gone. Unfortunately, I like to use the paper punches because I just think they're easy, but it's not a popular thing anymore, right? So when you find them, buy them. It is the tool that keeps on giving. So I was cleaning up and I found this. Here's a little funny story. So one of my favorite places that I visited in Australia was Melbourne. I really loved it. If you go to Australia, you need to go to Melbourne. Really, really love it. So I'm there and I like to buy these maps with the icons that I frame and I put up. I have another one from New Zealand where it's the whole kind of island or landmass of New Zealand. So I grabbed this one. I'm going to flip it so I did not look at the price because I figured, I don't know, this can't be that much money, right? Well, I didn't realize it's some kind of original art print. So, and I liked it, so I bought it anyway. But are you ready for what I paid for this? Are you ready? Dumbass. Yeah, that happened, right? So, but I love it. But now I really have to frame it because now I bought like original art. I bought some original art from Melbourne. But isn't that funny? Devin is like almost fell over because Devin is very, very frugal. She's very, very frugal. So that child almost had a complete heart attack. What did you just pay for that? I'm like, I liked it, so whatever. Now I have a nice original piece of artwork, and it helps some artists out there get it on your wall. I know, right? Can you imagine though? I bought that in a postcard and I get up there and she rings it up and I'm like, oh my goodness, right? Yeah, that's what yes. So don't judge me, but when you see it on my art, on my wall, you will have a better appreciation for that piece of artwork. I know, I'm crazy. But then I was embarrassed too, so I was like, whatever, I'm just going to buy it. I did not buy a ton of stuff while I was there, earrings and a little bit of art. Oh, I'm a liar. I bought a ton of clothes. What am I talking about? I just lied to you guys twice. Things are expensive in Australia. It is. It's hard to get the stuff there, but yeah, that happened. I'm bad at doing that too, not looking at the price tag when I love something. It was right. That would, right? We package things up interestingly, but every time you look at it, you will smile. I'll laugh at myself, right? Okay. Isn't that like $30 in Canadian? I don't think so. It's cheaper, but it's not that much cheaper. It still was, I really thought that would be like $25. It wasn't. So now we're going to cheat a little with our heat gun because I'll never be able to do the layout otherwise. But just understand, if you heat this too much, it's going to bubble up. And those bubbles will stay in there, right? So I just want it so at least I can lay some stuff on top and it's not going to be too messy. So I'm going to give it a little heat. It is, the color's beautiful, isn't it? But it's probably an original print. They probably layered all those colors in a print. So whatever. It was hot off the presses. Right, Heidi? Oh my goodness. Heidi spent time with me, so she knows. It was so funny. We were out and there was a lady in a dress and I loved this dress. So I think I posted a picture of it. Maybe not, but I will. When you are down by the Opera House, there's a lot of stags, stagettes, stag and doe, whatever you guys call them, like little wedding parties, showers that go out on the different boats there. So when we were down there, it was, I think, a Saturday, right, Heidi? I think it was, and I think Simone is here too. This lady walks past in this dress, and it was absolutely stunning. And they went and asked and found out it was from an online store. I got to remember what it's called. Gingham and Heels, I think it's called. And found out where this dress was from. I ordered it while we were there, and it was home when it was waiting for me when I got home. So the dress is absolutely stunning. I love anything with tiers and ruffles and puffy sleeves. And this dress is hot pink and orange. It is absolutely beautiful. I have placed an order for a number of dresses there, and we'll get some more because it's totally my style. But yeah, it was awesome. How much did the dress set me back? Oh, the dress wasn't bad. The dress wasn't bad, but yeah, I bought that piece of artwork. I'm all right with it though. I still love it. Okay, so these are not completely dry, but I can do my layout, right? I can do my layout. Name of the dress shop again, I think it's called Gingham and Heels. So it is Australian, but they do ship to Canada and the US. That dress, oh my goodness. If I had the other, I would post it. I'll post a picture of it, but it is absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. And I bought a couple of dresses there, totally my style. Gingham in Heels. I think Gingham and Heels, I think. Search it, you should find it. Just put like dresses in Australia and it should come up. But if you're looking for really beautiful dresses or you like my style, that shop is all Vicki. It's like it was made for me. And I don't think Michelle is on here tonight. What is the one that we shopped at in New Zealand? She found me a dress shop there that I freaking spent a ton of money at too. Because it was all my thing, right? But isn't that pretty? So same glaze, 2 effects, same product. Oh, the athlete's home. How you doing, athlete? Do you have more clothes or more supplies? More clothes. Are you broken?
No.
Why are you doing weird stuff?
I have to tell you, these shorts are nice, but the pockets are too deep. So when I put the balls in the pocket, they're like on my knee. It was not comfortable.
He's talking about tennis balls, in case you were wondering what Rich is talking about there. But I bought him new shorts because I didn't want him to... He's not allowed to buy his own clothes because he just buys it on sale. And the one jacket, he looks like Captain Kirk. It's got stripes on the shoulders and shoulder pads or something. So he's talking about... Irene said hi. All the ladies are saying hi. He puts the tennis balls in his pocket and they hang to his knees. So he doesn't like wearing those shorts to tennis. So what else? The girls put them in their skirts at their back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you stuff them in your pants in the back? Is that frowned upon?
The male athlete doesn't do that.
The male athlete doesn't do that. And we all know Rich is an athlete. So my husband broke himself last week hitting a parked car on his bike. Oh no! Is he feeling okay? Is he just bruised up? Rich always, though, every sport he plays, he comes home and he's broken. I told him, go get a jacuzzi in our hot tub with some Epsom salt, but he didn't listen to me because he's an athlete and he doesn't think I'm a trainer. So he did not take my advice on that, right? So super bruised, constantly showing me his butt for the bruising process. Oh no. How did his butt, did he hit it backwards? How did his butt get hurt, Kristen? Rich also, the other thing, I'll tell you all his secrets, is when he bruises, there's something wrong with him, it turns like a rainbow colors, and they're huge. He gets like bruises like this, so... Well, hip side, check the side mirror. Okay. So Mary is saying, yeah, when you're fumbling too much with the balls, yeah, to get it out of your pocket.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. So he can't wear those shorts to tennis because they will be concerned with what my husband is doing in his pocket.
I'm getting chirped on the court.
Were they chirping you? Do they chirp at tennis? Isn't that a hockey thing? Chirp at tennis. Isn't it more of a classy kind of sport? Isn't it?
Not where I play.
Not where you play. So remember my design for this one, friends, is I'm going to cut a piece of pattern paper now. So I'm going to cover part of this. I'm going to tear the edge. I'm going to do 3 3x4 photos on it. Oh no, Jen B, her cat broke her. She ran between my legs on a step and twisted my knee. They run. We have to watch every time Simon runs between our feet. I think he might secretly be trying to kill us. You didn't give me enough treats, you sucker. You're going down the stairs now. See what you like, you cheap treat giver. No, why would a man listen to a woman for anything, especially if you are sore or ill? Yeah, they're broken, right? Vicki, tell Rich we have to chat all things Netflix. Yeah, what's the new one coming out? Griselda, whatever. Yeah. Sofia Vergara, who had to put like a nose prosthetic on or whatever. See? Look at, she just put it in it. It's in Spanish with subtitles. He's going to be so excited, Nat. Is it Griselda? Is that how you say it? Yeah. Secret cat agenda. I believe it. Okay, let's do the things. Rich, you're a distraction. Oh, look at how pretty this one will be. So this is the B side of brush stroke. I know, but I'm going to use, look at, oh, I love that for my base.
Does that say Friday on your ear?
Yeah, Friday.
Oh.
Friday, honey. Friday. Bloodline on Netflix is really good too. We'll have to watch that one. So that's going to be my base. And that's where I'm going to start with, right? Because now, see, Rich only watches that when I'm not up there because I don't tend to like those drug lord movies. That's not my thing. There's way too much killing and violence in it. But I know him and Natalie love that. They like to watch that. I just made you guys sound like weirdos, didn't I? Oh, they love the killing drug movies. Okay, I'm grabbing my stuff. So the other thing you guys might want extra of this collection is this. I have to say the papery packs are the best thing and the best value because there's just so much stuff in it. Everything that's pictured on the back of it, you get in 2. So double of. So I really, really love these. I might use that tonight. I want the title on here to be from the puffy words, that this part is my handwriting, and then we started putting filler in it, but I'd like to use the fresh start. So because it's the beginning of the year, I think fresh start, and I'm going to put 2024. And because I'm actually putting photos on these things, I'm going to put fresh start 2024 as part of my title. So I already know I'm going to use that. Natalie said you and Rich are going to start your own gang. I don't know, Nat. Hello, Confident Canvas. How are you? So this is what I like to do with these sets. I'm going to cut that right out of it, and so I can look at placement without committing. So I will cut around it. Are Devin's friends here yet?
No.
That's weird.
It's only 9:15.
I know, they start so late. We're ready for bed. They're ready to rumble. So I know that's going to go on there somewhere. If Vicki had a gang, I would definitely join. We'd have to jump Irene in with tickles. See? Vicki doesn't like violence, so you don't have to worry. My gang will be a fun gang. You're already part of it. The V-Boo gang, right? Let's just pop popcorn, make margaritas. Can have chips and salsa and guac. Craft, laugh. That's what our gang does. Spend too much money on products and clothes and earrings. Travel the world. That's the agenda for my gang. Okay, so I know I want to use that. I want to use 2024. There's lots of number options on here. So I'm going to pick the numbers I want to use. Sounds like your kind of gang. And wear pretty dresses. Yep, pretty dresses. And then also like Barbie Crocs and jammies. Why are you laughing at me? You get out. As soon as you laugh, you don't get to be in the gang anymore. Get out. Laugh at me, not with me, and you're out, man. I'm jumping you out, man. That's when I turn violent, when you get kicked out of the gang. 20. 24. 2024. Okay. So we know I'm going to use these in some 24. Okay. Now you guys know that I'm a weirdo. Yes. Did you see the Barbie Crocs I posted today? And then I'm going to there's a new pair out that are, Hello Kitty. And I want the Hello Kitty Crocs too. I'm going to get those and the gibbets. And I'll tell you, gibbets, whatever. I wear them when I work. So I work on a concrete floor. I love the Crocs. And they have Barbies on them. So I love it. I love my Barbie Crocs. I don't wear Crocs and sandals or socks and sandals. There we go. I'm just powdering these to take the stick away so I can place them where I want, and then I'll just adhere them again. Half this glue anyway, anything pre-adhesed, I still think you should stick stickers on. You have the Hello Kitty Crocs? I need those, right? Yes, they have Hello Kitty Crocs. They are adorable. You have to look them up. They're not cheap here in Canada, but I think I'm going to get them. I think I need the 2 different pairs that I'm going to wear at work. right? Okay, 2024. I know that that is going to be somehow fresh start 2024. And this works for me because I really have stuck to my plans to kind of have a fresh start for this year, that I am going to do things with intention and not live in constant stress because I'm overworked and not getting the stuff done and overcommitted. So there's no photos yet because I might take photos to go on this. But fresh start for multiple reasons. I'm taking care of myself health-wise. I lost 7 pounds already. And it's not about being skinny. It's about that I'm in my 50s and I don't want to be a burden to my family. And I would like to enjoy the second half of my life. So I need to be healthy. So I have started that, going to bed at a decent time most nights, eating well, drinking water, moisturizing, right? Doing all the things. So, right? It's fresh start 2024. I did not take care of myself last year. And this year is a whole different thing. So, I said to my kids that I lost 7 pounds. I only have 50 more to go. But whatever, one day at a time, right? Okay, so I'm going to throw these on here. You joined Gina too. I love it. I'm telling you, it works. For so many more reasons. I have to tell you, I will promote the Gina Livy method for the rest of my life because it is so good, especially for women that are in menopause, perimenopausal, after menopause, because it's so great for inflammation and all the other things that we're dealing with, right? So it is a good thing. Yes, I have my vitamins, all the things. I've been taking my magnesium, all the things, right? So I'm feeling much better, so it's a good thing. So we have started with some things. The other thing I'm going to have to decide is what my matte color is going to be. I have no photos here, so if you're working with photos, you're a step ahead, right? But I do know that my design is going to be this idea, right? So I have my 12 by 12. I have all this pattern going down this side, right? That I don't want to cover. And then I'm going to use this blue, but I'm going to use a little bit of black. I think that we could scallop the edge if we want to. I want to put some of my washi tape down this side. And then I'm going to layer my photo mats like that. My title is going to go on something probably over on this side. And then I'm going to embellish. And they're going to poke out of my mats. That's my idea. Oops, and I just threw everything on the floor. It's Gina Livy. You can look it up. The programs run for 3 months. So this program is already underway. So the next one will start in the spring. But I have to tell you, lots of women, men. I threw everything on the floor, friends. All of my title. I gotta find it. Because I'm a dork. The whole thing. There it is. I found it. Yes, see, a lot of you guys, like Valerie reached her goal. She's here. She did Gina because I lost over 20 pounds on it and I put 40 pounds on in the stress of last year. I'm not going to lie. It is like, I just look at it and go, got to move forward, but it happened. So is that because the program didn't work? No, it's because I did not focus on taking care of myself at all. I worked too much and my stress level was too high. So it just went out of control. So I'm getting the control back, right? You're down 12 pounds. Good for you, Irene. Good for you. You know, it's not easy, and it's not easy for sure at this age. So I think my mat is going to be 9 by 11. I'm going to cut this piece 9 by 11. So let's cut this 9. 9. This blade is dull too. It's fraying my paper, which I hate, but we'll just go with it. 9 by 11. See, look it. So I'm covering some of that blue, but I'm all right with that. You guys all right with that? I like that. I could always come in. I might come in and just add a few more. But for right now, I'm just going to tack this. And then I will finish the layout and post it. But I might just put a couple more dots over there. But I'm really loving this. It's got a really elegant look, doesn't it? Can I tell you something, Julie? And I agree with you. But here's the thing that has happened now is since I started eating different, where I really have to watch foods that really affect me inflammation-wise, is the things I think I used to love, I can't eat anymore because I'm really just in tune with what my body feels like when I eat it. My guts kill me and I can feel the inflammation right away. So it's almost like a force thing. I have no choice. I can't eat it anymore. It just causes me a lot of discomfort. So I'm trying to be very focused on that. Like when I eat something, what does it make me feel like? And if it doesn't make me feel good, then I don't want to eat it anymore. I just want to get to that point. I just want to not have to think about food anymore. Really and truly, that it's so much focus on freaking food. It's annoying. I think I'm going to use this one for my mats. Right? I'm going to use this one for my mats. So I'm going to do, my mats are going to be, I'm going to start with 3.5 by 4.5. Do you think they're going to be too big? Yeah, I might go with 3.25 by 4.25. So I'm going to cut a 4.25 strip, and then I can get my mats out of it. But I know a lot of you guys are on Gina, because I see you on there when we do the, Gina does lives as well. And I see a lot of my VBoo crew on there. Yeah, it's like 75 Canadian. For 3 months, she has so many specialists come on there, naturopaths, urologists, like just tons of different, it's really, really good, right? What is the difference between texture paste and modeling paste? Well, modeling paste, for the most part, a lot of them are white. Some of them might be more heavy body. Some of them are exactly the same with a different name on it, right? Some of them are exactly the same but have a different, they're called something different. So these are all now, right? I want to overlap so we can do something like this. I think that will be fun. So I can have, you could change it up. If you wanted them to go like this, you do whatever you want. But I'm going to do a multi-photo one, right? I might decide to take one of them and add another layer of pattern paper as well. But I know I'm going to go like this for these. Like this, though. Like this. Okay, so that's kind of going to be the idea. I know I want to put some of these, because these are really fun. This collection's washi tapes are super fun. Like, look at this one. It's scalloped, friends. So I might use that tonight. Look at, oh, look at that. I love it so much. So I'm going to use it. I'm not maybe going to use it. Let's put it down right now. So that is going to be my first layer. It's going to be that. Oh my goodness, I'll hold it up closer so you can see it. and Valerie, I have your kit, but I'm not mailing it to you. I will bring it to you because I'm not doing that. That's crazy. I'll bring it to you. Okay, and then I'm gonna put that in. Look at that, friends. How fun is that washi? Scallops. Love it. Hi, Jill. Oh, let's do it now. I'm gonna do the quick scroll for giveaway. So start commenting, because just comment anything, whatever you want, because I'm gonna just scroll through, and this giveaway for the live, for whoever's here right now, is going to be for the set of 6 texture pastes. Okay, so I am going to, once I kind of figure out this, I'm going to do a quick scroll, and I'm going to choose somebody for a giveaway. And then don't forget, when this whole live is done and the videos is over, it's not live anymore, in the regular comment section, comment, because out of that section, I will draw a name on Friday afternoon, so a week from today. And one of those random winners who's left a comment for me in the comment section is going to win a pad of foundations paper, the Azure blue texture paste, and a Vicki Boutin palette knife. And every Friday, if it's something, we're doing something, I'm going to do this giveaway every time I do a live. So it gives you a reason to show up live, because you get that chance. And then if not, you can have a second chance when you're watching it in the replay. Put a comment in the regular section, okay? So I think we said my pattern was going to go here, and here, and here, okay? And then we know I want to go into the papery, and I'm going to pick something. Oh, maybe the clipboard will work. Something I can layer the title on. Look at all that craziness going on there. Look, what did I start? Oops. I'm throwing stuff out of my thing here. What is not going to be too big? That will be good for my title not getting lost on the background. Ooh, this one might be fun. Look at that. For fresh start. I love it. Look at fresh start 2024. Okay, I'm going to do a quick scroll, even though all of these are going. So I'm just going to call the name out quick. So I'm going to go count to 5, scroll, and wherever it stops. Okay, friends? It's crazy. So I'm doing a scroll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Lori, Magottiaux. That is who is going to win the paste. That's who I stopped on, as I just did a super scroll on my laptop. So Lori, I better write it down because you know my brain. Lori, congratulations. Where'd my notebook go? I think you've won something before, haven't you, Lori? Magottiaux. And that is for the texture paste set. So Lori, make sure you email me at vickyboutinKits@gmail.com. And I will put that in the mail for you because I'm mailing stuff tomorrow. So congratulations. Ooh, dropping stuff on the floor. Okay, picked it up. I don't even know, is Lori still here? But look at, I love that. So there, fresh start. Doop doop. Very fun. Now it doesn't get lost in the background. So it's going to be like that. And now let's throw some embellishments on. I'm going to be doing this now, friends, every Friday night. I think I'm going to put a camera on this one. So we can move that over a bit. Because that's one of the things I want to do, be more intentional with my photo taking and printing my photos. When I was messaging with my friend Kari, I'm not sure if she's still here, and Kari was printing photos, and I'm like, I need to do that. I need to get them off my phone. Anybody else with me? I need to get them off my phone. So don't forget, you can have a second chance to win by when you post in the regular comment section of the video, and don't forget to thumbs up. It really takes no effort. I'm trying to be really more conscious of that when I go on, like say I need to do something plumbing wise. So I start looking for a YouTube video. I got to remember to thumbs up the guy or girl who helped me figure out the plumbing thing, right? They're not just on there out of the kindness of their heart. Not as much in Canada. We don't really make the money doing the YouTube stuff, or I think maybe YouTube we can. It's TikTok we can't. That being more conscious of that. It really doesn't hurt you guys at all if you're sitting here consuming the content to just thumbs up the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel, right? I know some people just won't, but it doesn't hurt, right? Yes, you have 87,000 photos on your phone, Mary Pat. I'm right there with you. I think I have even more than that. Like I think it's a stupid amount of photos on my phone. I need to print them, and I need to delete the ones I don't need, right? So that was one of the requests that people would like me to talk about, printing photos, and I need to update my iPhone photography class. So it still will work even if you aren't an iPhone user. Do you notice I'm popping up just corners of things? Because I like to use light and shadow, right? So I'm going to pop up the corners. I also am going to pull some of that pigment in somewhere here. You ordered 2 dresses for your birthday off that website, Catherine? Oh, I got to go. Now you're going to make me jealous that I need to go get more. I need more dresses. Rich would say, no, you don't, Vicki. You probably could. It would take you a year to wear the ones you have. Yeah, your phone has no more memory. Make sure you're backing them up. In my original iPhone photography class, go on Amazon and you can get a, what do you call? A memory stick? The stick? What do you call those? I just forgot it. You can get one that can hook into your phone and you can download your images on there. And I will often, like, someone sent me a message and said their picture mate wasn't working, their printer, they couldn't get their phone to communicate with it. And I said to them, go, because it's worth it. When we went in, when Rich's dad was in the nursing home, I went in to print because he had Alzheimer's. So we went to print family photos so he would have those to look at in his room. And the Wi-Fi has firewalls, so you can't hook up and or use your phone or your computer to talk to your electronics because it will be blocked by the firewall when you're in those kind of places. So I got a stick, the memory stick that will work with my iPhone, and I can put that in and download my photos onto that and then put it right into my printer. So I find that is a super... See, Michelle's here and she said Rich probably isn't wrong. Michelle, what's the store that we shopped at in New Zealand? Because now I got to go and look on there and see if there's any dresses I need you to send me. Because it's summer in New Zealand and Australia, so all the dresses are like freaking phenomenal. So I need to... Flash drive, thank you. It's worth doing. Get the one that goes right into your phone. And then they have their own app, and the easiest thing to use. Easiest thing to do. Do it now. I think that is worth investing in. Go on Amazon and find one. Shine On. I need to go. So there's another store for any friends in Australia, New Zealand. There is a store that Michelle introduced me to called Shine On, and that store was amazeballs. How many dresses did I buy while I was with you, Michelle? Oh, I probably bought 10 dresses while I was away. So I want to tie some of that color in. So what are we going to use as, ooh, the green might be fun. Did I use this last week? I think it's quite obvious that Vicki really loves that. But I might double matte that photo with the green because I feel like it really plays on that gold. So I'm going to do that. Maybe 10, right? I have a photography class, but I have not posted it again because it needs to be updated. So I have a photography class. And yes, I need to do something with that. So this one I'm going to do 3.5 by 4.5 for this mat. And I'm going to double mat this one just for some interest. Okay. It also plays the green up in the numbers, and that will go there. And then we can start layering some more embellishments. I think I'm going to have another strip of pattern paper, or, ooh, look at this, could be fun. So the zip strip, whatever you guys call this, skew strip, border strip, has pens on it. But I don't know if I want the black beside the camera, but always look at the borders on my pattern paper because they work as great borders, right? Oh lordy me, 2 extra suitcases. You don't even want to know. Like, Devin and I had it worked out to a science. We had our backpack, carry-on, everything. Dresses were rolled between that and the chocolate and crap we brought home. It was crazy town. It was crazy town. I do like my clothes. And it was very, oh my goodness. And I bought a pair of shoes that had suede flowers on them. Do you remember those, Michelle? Michelle was sitting waiting for me, and I said, I'll be right back. And I had walked her so much. She's like, I need to take a break. And I'm like, I'll be right back. I just need to go get this one thing. And I saw a shoe store, and I was probably gone for 40 minutes. But everything closes way earlier in New Zealand and Australia than it does at home. So I was not very good with my time management shopping. I was not good with my time management and shopping. I ran out of time. They're very pretty. I bought shoes. I bought all the things, friends. You would have thought it was crazy. I'm going to do another scallop border using this paper. But I'm going to cut this off so that I can conserve this end of it. This paper is called Create. The other orange paper was Discover. So let's do that. I'm going to create a little scallop layer border, and then we'll embellish it. And I am quite happy with this, how it is, right? I always buy extra luggage. Well, and I was gone for 6 weeks too. So, right, 6 weeks. We need a fashion show. Friends, you would really love the things that I purchased. And I love anything that is pink. Hot pink and orange is like one of my favorite color stories right now. I don't think I'd like the green matte, but it's very pretty. Then don't use it, right? Use the one that you like. I like it because it ties the green in from the... I'm going to put some flowers on here too. So it's going to tie the leaves in, and it ties the green from my alphabet or the numbers. So I'm going to try to center this on this pattern a little bit. So there, it is not marked on here, but I'm going to eyeball. I'm going to figure that's almost center-ish. Hi, Loretta. Can't seem to comment on YouTube. I'm having terrible time connecting to these Friday Night Lives using my phone. Is there an easier way to connect with a phone like it was on Facebook? I can see your comment right now. So are you on your computer right now? Can anybody help, Loretta? I have to stand up to do this. My punching. What they find helpful when you are watching these lives from your phone. Oh, look it, I messed that one up. I have to cut it again. I wasn't paying attention. And it wasn't even in deep enough, so let's do it again. Okay, let's figure that out. To center it on my pattern. There, wasn't going in. Craziness. Do you use the YouTube app on your phone? Or are you doing it through because that might make a difference too if you have the app. I am blind, so I'm just eyeballing this. I'm blind. Oh, I can't line it up very well. So yes, for my friends out there, because that's where the community comes in handy, right? You guys will know better than I probably would, is how the best ways to comment from your phone while watching the lives. Because some people, right? I get it. If I'm laying in bed watching them on a Friday night and sign in with your Gmail account, right? But we'll do a little research so we can post about that, because I'm sure you're not the only one. There's probably other people that are out there going, yes, Loretta, I'm having the same issue. Thank you for asking the question. I just lick my fingers, just so you know, to pick up those little dots. Because that, look it. So I told Rich, what was my dream? I had some crazy dreams this week. One of them, I was hanging out with Dolly Parton. Dolly and I were hanging out, and she loved me, just so you know. Dolly loved me. We were fast and furious friends. Dolly and I were hanging out at somebody else's concert in the stands, and that was funny. Oh, do you want to hear another funny story? Because did I get my eye tested yet? I have not, so I'm just blind still. I was sleeping soundly this week, and my husband, I would love to talk to like a sleep specialist about this. Mr. Boutin, Sidecar Rich, woke me up by kicking me repeatedly in the shins, like over and over again in the shins. And whatever I was dreaming about, there was a waiter carrying a tray. It was like I got to choose my coffee pod to put in a Keurig. So I'm like, why is the waiter kicking me? So while I'm sleeping, I'm getting kicked in my dream, but wake up to that Rich is literally kicking me repeatedly in the shins. So when I come to consciousness, I'm like, ouch. And he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, why did you kick me? And he starts to laugh. And he was dreaming that he was playing soccer. So my husband does this kind of thing to me often. And so if I show up one night on a Friday Night Live with a black eye, it's because Rich was dreaming that he was a boxer and he punched me in the eye. Because he was kicking me repeatedly in the shins because he said I was battling somebody on the soccer field. And he is an athlete after all, right? So he kicked me. The one night I was sleeping with my back to him and he donkey kicked me in the back of my thigh and gave me an instant Charlie horse. Like, I woke up with the worst Charlie horse and jumped out of bed, and he laid there and laughed. I didn't laugh that night. I was very angry and I went and slept on the couch because he kicked me so hard, and instead of asking me if I was okay, he was just laughing because he was dreaming about something. And I think he had to have been, his back had to have been facing me, and he kicked me. I don't even know how he did it. How do you kick somebody when you're laying beside them in the bed in the back of the thigh? And he Charlie horsed me. Well, this week he was playing soccer and he very much kicked me in the back of the thigh or in the shins. I said, I'm gonna have a bruise. Like, you kicked me hard. So yes, he did. Pinkie Pie. Oh my goodness, won her trial, nearly ready to race. So when I was visiting, ooh, look at, maybe the gray side. Look at the gray side of this. I actually like better. So that's the yellow side, kind of bright, kind of digging the gray side. I'm gonna go with the gray side of that. So when I was staying with Michelle, her husband loves horse racing, and he has a new horse he's loving called Pinkie Pie. So I loved Pinkie Pie just because of the name. I'm like, I would have wanted that horse because that's how, if I went to the horse races, that is how I would pick my horses, by names like Pinkie Pie. So that is good to know. And then I got John, what was the chocolate bar that I bought John that your son ate anyway? He didn't get any of that. I think that's lined up. I love it. That little mini scallop. Look at that. So I'm dumping everything off of here. And I'm going to cut my double scallop. I like the gray side. So I love that, right? Pinkie. Yeah, Pinkie Pie. I love it. Hi, Pamela. Happy 60th birthday, Mr. Ballast. Okay, so we're almost done here. You know, I will put a few embellishments on to finish this. I'm going to make a card out of the other background. Yeah, Pinkie Pie's a My Little Pony too, right? My little pony, my little pony. So we had that guy there, this guy here, this guy up here. Fresh Start is gonna go down here. And the camera. And I think I'm going to do hidden journaling on this one, friends. I think I'm going to put a little journal piece that goes behind this. So when I glue this down, I'm going to leave the top, and I'm going to journal about my fresh start for 2024. But I feel like it's a little personal, so I would like to put it more like hidden journaling. So do you guys ever do that? I'm actually going to even journal on my layouts this year. It's going to just, I don't even know who I am. Who is this girl, right? I love this glue dispenser that Valerie bought for me. So it's from My Sweet Petunia, and the glue you need to buy, it comes with a bottle of Nuvo, and then it has an empty bottle. So if you want to put your Bearly art or something else in it, you can fill the empty bottle. But I very much love, I pick it up and I can use it, right? So I love it. And I just put it in. It comes with a little holder. We were talking about it. I do. I love it, right? I love it. I think it is a great product. I'm going to try to get it in my shop too. So if you guys can't source it yourself, I'll just put a few in there. But yeah, I love it. The empty bottle has a different tip, but you can buy, no, look. It's a little thicker, but you can buy different tips for these bottles. I've seen them when I put my orders in. So I think it's a similar tip. Isn't it the same? Well, it's a little shorter. I'll figure it out. But you can buy the tips, right? So yeah, I'm going to put it in there. So let's look at some embellishments, because that's all I really need to finish this. You could put more pattern paper on here if you want, but I'm totally okay with this. When I do my mixed media, sometimes I don't want it to compete with a lot of other business going on here. So I'm going to put it like that. I'm going to glue it down. I like my fresh start. And then let's decide, do we want some flowers on it? It is kind of my jam. The daisies maybe could be really fun on this one. So let's look for Vicki's fresh start. And then I might cut out some leaves too, if I grab a circle punch. Do. So I am going to use my 1.5 inch circle punch, and then I can make leaves. Oops. Ooh, I like that. Look at that leaf. So I'll do one that has that pattern, and then a green one too. So that was just a fluke because the other side of the paper, right, has the diamonds on it. This one will use the green side. Oh, look it. So there's gray in the newsprint, but this one might just have green leaves. Thank you, Poppy. Certainly feeling better. The cough will come every now and again, but certainly not like it was. So I'll use a little bit of the newsprint. Eek. And then a big green one. So they're not going to sell it till they can replenish it because they're sold out. See you later, Kari. Thanks for joining us, friend. I love you. There, now we have our own little custom leaves, right? I love that. Oh, but I want to put my journaling here. So we got to switch that up a bit, right? So why don't we make it one big cluster over here? We're swapping that out a bit. Because I'm doing my hidden journaling up there. I don't know where these are going. I'll play with that because they probably, this one might go up here, but this one, we'll figure that out kind of give you an idea, right? Because I will finish this when it's completely dry anyway. First start is going to be here. I am going to look at, let me show you something. There are 4 different styles of this from We Are Memory Keepers. So if you're a card maker or you do a lot of punches, you can do these punches where you cut your paper to 2.5, 2 inches and 1.5, and you can make little tags. So I'm gonna do one of those for up here. And that might be now where I use the yellow side of this paper is gonna be for my tag. So I'm gonna do it a 2.5. And punch that out. Yes, and I could do something yellow for In the Daisies, I agree. So now when you put that in, right, it is going to give me, how fun is that? I love that. Look at if you wanted to do a layout with all different tags out the side. So I put these in here on super sale too. So I think what you pay for them, so let's look how much do I want to pop up. I'm gonna make this tag about 5.5 inches. I put them in Canadian, I think what you would pay in US dollars, so no, cheaper. I think I put them in Canadian less than what you buy them in US dollars. Yeah, it's a good deal. I put them on super sale because I ordered a whole bunch of them. They'll be there for a while too, so if you're like, I don't want to place an order right now, maybe later. Did I cut that too long? Let's see. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like it so much. And then I'm still going to put some kind of tab over here. What else do we have too? Anything else in the papery we can use? Are we still here, friends? When I don't see any comments, I always worry that it went, that I'm talking to myself, because it wouldn't be the first time that's happened. But I think we're good. Don't forget, if you're leaving because it's getting late and you're like, okay, Vicki, this is a long Friday Night Live, I'll see you later. You can, I'm going to put this one underneath that, so it'll be a layered tag. So I'm going to glue this flat to the back like that, so that layer will go on top. Okay. Don't forget to, when this video is done, to leave a comment for the second chance to win. And if you ever, like I got a little crazy with the glue, I have to look into that Sweet Petunia thing. My friend works for them, so I will find out. I will get more info on that. I will confirm right from go to the main source, okay? I'll let you know what the dealio is with it, because I do think it is worth it. Like sometimes the questions are like, a new tool will come out and you'll be like, is it worth investing in? And sometimes I'll say, yeah, you don't really need it. And then other times it'll be like, yeah, you really need it, because I love it. Like, it's totally worth it. So look at that'll be fun. Oh, you know what we can use? Just a second. The clips. One of my favoriteest things are the little paper clips, right? So this is going to go like this. We know this guy's going to go on here like that. This is going to be for hidden journaling. Boop, boop. And then That's going on here like this. That's going to go behind it, right? For my hidden journaling. I love it. And then oh, you'll love it. To see the fall colors. Yeah, we get some beautiful colors here. And you will be in Eastern Canada then, right? Oh, take note. That's fun. So that could be an option. Or do we want color? Like a heart? Or a butterfly? They're stuck in the package. Ooh, a butterfly could be fun. That is a Vicki thing, right? Put the orange one on. And then this guy could go like that. Do we like it or too big? I don't hate it. Kind of like that, right? So, and if I wanted to, for dimension, it could go on there. I like it. Like it. So hopefully for my friends who wanted more photos on the layout, because I will finish this and post it on my Facebook group. Is there any way to post on YouTube? Is that community page work for, like, is there any way to put still photos that tie in? I don't know if I can put an image in the comments section. I don't even know. It'd be nice for you to be able to see the finished layout, right? And I don't, because it's a live video, it's not like I can add a clip onto the end, I don't think so, but you're having pot stickers and edamame. I love edamame. Oh, I love edamame. My kids and I, we really love that. While I was away, did you have this? No, it would be, I don't know if they're still here, if Simone and, oh my goodness, brain fart. Oh, I'm so embarrassed now. I shouldn't say things out loud when I'm tired. But we went somewhere and had deep fried edamame with like garlic. It was like an Asian one. It was the best edamame I have ever had. It was like Heidi, thank you. Flash fried. I could only think of the last name. So, and Cherie, I don't think she's here tonight, but we had deep fried edamame, the best thing I've ever had in my life. It was so, so good. So I'm loving this, friends. Like, I know for me, something is going to need to happen in this corner. Like it's a little too bland. So I'll have to think on it and I'll come back and finish it. And then I will definitely post. But with photos on it are going to make a whole difference. I'm going to find something to embellish the middle of the camera because I feel like that needs, and I'll put a little bit of gems. Something will go in the middle of my daisies. And then I will probably put some kind of little tab on these ones too. I'll repeat a version of that tab. And then maybe with one more embellishment. But something will go in this corner, like maybe a little flag banner. I don't know. Like, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, I just feel like it's a little empty. So imagine. Oh, I could put two, because this is a Vicki layout. It's going to be about me. So we definitely could fill it with, like, look at paintbrush. It's going to go on here some way. I'm going to play with that. But look at, I love that. Look at, I'm going to put a paintbrush here. Maybe something up on this corner too. But this is what I was talking about. Like, I need something. And that might even work. The other thing I want to tell you is I am using how I'm doing these Discover and Create layouts. I am keeping the same stack. I'm not opening anything new. So every layout that we make on a Friday Night Live, other than the paper, will all be from the same original embellishment packs. So I won't be reusing things twice. So if you go and invest in the clips, the icon ephemera, the journaling ephemera, the papery, I'm going to be using the exact same stack, all of the original products. So every Friday night when I make a layout using Discover and Create, it'll be from the stuff that you've invested in. Okay? So that you don't have to buy tons of it. See you later, Poppy. So look at, like, how fun. And then I could maybe stick a pencil somewhere. So I'm going to figure that out because I think that those elements could be fun. But I am loving it. Oh, kind of maybe crisscross applesauce with the pencil and the paintbrush. Oh, I like that. But we'll figure it out because it might need to come on this side because there's kind of the weight there, right? But look. Yes, sirree, Bob. Is your uncle? Yeah, that. Right there, friends. It was looking a little bland to me. And now I am happy. That makes me happy. So I am going to do that. That. This is going to stay there. And then maybe a little tab here. So look at, you just saw it come together. And I'll just finish it. And I'm going to put one more thing to weight it up there. But I absolutely love that. That just made me happy. Right there. Right there, that made me happy. And then I just need a little tab or sticker right there. I love it when you do it right there. Boop, boop. So, it's fresh start 2024. Let's do this. Let's do this. Look at that. Let's do this. Don't you like that though? Using all the same stuff, right? So if you buy like another set outside the kit, if you already bought the kit, I'm going to be using our second set. So this is going to go somehow up here, and then I'll layer a little bit of color behind it. Let's do this. But I'm very happy-ish with this. There'll be a little messing around, but right? That's going to go there, but because it's blue, I'm going to put a little bit of color behind it, like maybe a half circle. And I like this now. I feel very happy with it. I just have to glue it down when this is completely dry. But I'm going to flip the camera, and I feel like that works for me. This might change. We'll see what happens. But look, now we've tied the yellow in. I'm very happy with it. I will share it. I will share the finish. Question. Actually, you are calling it the mini pack. Are you going to be making a Friday Night Live project with cards and things from this mini pack? I am, but there are only 15 of them, Brenda. So that pack, but I've also loaded up all the embellishments I have left from the kits. Instead of making new kits, I'm just getting rid of it. And once it's gone, it's gone. But that mini pack, you know I'm going to make another card mini book. And I'm going to make some cards and some shaker boxes using the frames. So I just put that pack together because it's the things that I had the most of. So but when they're gone, they're gone. You get the papery for free with that one. So I think it's like about a 20% savings when you do that little thing. But when they're gone, they're gone. So I haven't sent a newsletter out or anything. Only you guys here tonight know anything about that. I uploaded stuff to my store. Oh, Michelle, I put access only is up. I haven't let you or Natalie know yet because I just did it tonight. But access only is now up. Okay, and I will put more information. I want to talk to you guys. Look at, so there, shows you. Boop. That's the mixed media, all the things. Okay, you're going to look up my nose for 1 sec. Sorry, friends. Boop. That's my hand. Hi. Oh, that was so much fun. You guys, I'm just telling you, every Friday night I feel so good to spend this time with you guys. Or if it's Saturday morning and you're watching from a different part of the world, thank you. Just a second. Sorry for the jiggle. I'm going to, oop, just a second. I almost hung up on you. Just a sec. Sorry, friends. There we go. I'm going to find a better solution for this. I am. So things I wanted to talk to you about. if you are doing the Discover and Create Lollapalooza weekend, this coming Wednesday is our prep night. I am going to be posting at the latest on Monday in the private group the prep work information. So I will be putting the cutting diagram and the written instructions for the cutting for prep night on Wednesday. If you can't join me live, the video will be recorded for you guys. And I'm going to get all the fussy cutting stuff and everything. So that gives you a couple of weeks before we go live for our event weekend on February 16th, 17th, and 18th. So this gives you lots of time to get the prep done. So if cutting is an issue, you don't have to do all of it right away. You can save the fussy cutting, find a Netflix show and cut out the butterflies. There's butterflies, not the whole sheet for some of these. It's just going to be part, but one of the flower sheets, it's the entire sheet. So just kind of be aware, okay? Kind of be aware. But you do need your order number to get into the private group. If you have not made your way to the Vicki Boutin Discover and Create weekend event private group on Facebook, get that together. Natalie will help you get in there. And don't forget, if you didn't hear, when this video is done, to leave a comment in the regular comment section of this YouTube video for a second chance to win. I'm moving forward. I think it's a great way to give back, is things that we're playing with, or maybe I make something that I'm going to give you guys a chance to share in that. Like I said, lots of new things posted on VickiBoutin.com. Hope you enjoyed tonight. If you have any questions, post them in that regular section, and I am going through during the week and reading all of your comments and answering them, because this year, right, everything with intention. So I want you guys to feel seen and heard, and your answers or your questions are answered. Again, if you have any ideas you would like to see me cover for Friday Night Lives, post them in the comments section and I'll add them to the list. But that was so much fun. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't know. I might have missed stuff. Missed stuff, right? Everything with intention. I want to finish it and do things, and not just, some of it is just for the fun of it, right? But for the fun of it is with intention. If that's what I'm intending to do, I'm going to do it. But I love that. Had so much fun. I will be back next Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, with another Friday Night Live. I will be posting the schedule. I'm going to work on that hopefully this week and get that up on VickiBoutin.com in the blog section, so you guys can see what's going to be coming down the pipeline. But oh my goodness, thank you so much. Yes, access only. If you didn't get a kit but you bought tons of Discover and Create already, access only is only 40 Canadian for 20 plus hours of education, so you definitely can partake. And then just know, moving forward, if you love it and you want to get a kit, the next kit, that collection's not coming out, I don't think, till May. So we won't be doing that weekend event probably till the summer, because this schedule's kind of whack with the next release, but we'll do it when we do it, right? But thank you so much, as always, for joining me tonight. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll see you, for some of you, on Wednesday for the prep for Discover and Create, and for a lot of the rest of you, hope to see you next Friday. So thanks, Nat, as always, for being my sidekick. Have a wonderful night, and make sure that you make some art and do something special just for you. And I'll see you next Friday. Eek. See you later, guys.